And like I said, we were going to go over the ED, past tense verbs,
Mm-hmm.
and when to use the ed sound, the T sound, or the D sound. So I've got a YouTube video ready to go.
Okay.
And we'll just watch the whole thing. It's only like 4 minutes long.
Position of the suffix ed determines its sound. Ed is used to represent the past. My name's Ed. You can call me Ed, or you can call me D, or you can call me T. What sound will ed make? How do we know? The dead Ted strategy. When a root word ends with D or T, these two letters join ed. Land, landed. Start, started. Applaud, applauded.
James the pass, Ray Allen, bang!
The whisper strategy. When a whispered sound ends a root word, ed joins the word and a whispered t is heard. The whispered letters are K, CK, C, F, S, X, and P, SH, CH, and PH. K, F, S, X, P, Sh, Ch, F. Kick, kicked. ED makes the T sound.
Niño Torres, el golazo de Fernando Torres en la orden y Bailey.
Pump, pumped. ED makes the T sound. Pitch, pitched. ED makes the T sound. The noisy strategy. When a noisy sound ends a root word, ed joins the word and a noisy D is heard. If the ending letter is heard with your voice, then ed as D is the choice. Roar, roared. ED makes the D sound. Chew, chewed. ED makes the D sound. Sneeze, sneezed. ED makes the D sound. The popular suffix ed comes last to represent an action past. Find the letters that end the word to choose which ed sound is heard.
Okay. Did you write any of that down?
Any what?
Did you write down any of that?
Yeah, I have some notes here.
Okay. So, how do you pronounce the past tense form of accept?
Accepted.
Mm-hmm. What about, I'm just going to go through a list here. Accuse.
Accuse. Accused.
That's right. How about the past tense of bake?
Bake. We'll say baked. Bake. Baked.
Baked. That's the T sound.
Yeah.
So I will write down the list of everything that ends with the T sound. Okay, so it's K, CK. Did you write all that down?
No.
F. Okay, here it is for you. F, S, X, P,
Yeah.
SH,
CH and PH.
yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
All right. All right. Well, let's just practice some of these. We may as well just go right down. I don't even know how to do this exactly. I'm going to go. Because the past tense, once again. Okay. So let's just, here we go. What's the past tense of bend? Or do you know what bend means?
Bended.
It's actually bent.
Bend.
It is an irregular verb.
Oh, yeah. Bent.
All right. So
Yeah.
the bar was bent, so we couldn't, the part wouldn't fit. All right. So these are just, it's memory.
Yeah.
It's all about memory and practice. So we'll just go through a bunch of them. What about choose?
Choose. Oh, yeah, you know. Choose. It's an irregular one.
Correct.
Choose also.
The past tense of choose is chose. I chose to go to UConn instead of URI because it was closer to my family.
Yeah.
How about create?
Created.
Created, exactly. Here's an interesting one. What about creep?
Creep. I don't know. Creep.
Creep means a couple things. One of them is like well, the verb is to creep. It kind of means to like you creep up behind somebody and scare them. Or you creep around the house. Like it's a way of trying to be quiet when you're walking. And it's also an adjective. Like that guy was a real creep. Like he made me feel weird. So actually the past tense of creep is crept.
Crap.
But I mean, you probably never have to use that one. All right, here's an interesting one that could use some attention. Cry. Past tense of cry.
Cry. I don't know.
Because it ends in a Y, we change the Y to I and add ed. So I
Cry.
all night.
Cried.
Nope. Cried.
Cried.
No, it's the ed sound.
Cried.
Or just the D sound, excuse me. Cried. Yeah, cried. Just the D. And I don't know why. It's not listed here. Yeah, it just cried. It sounds just the way it does. Okay. Here's another one. Deny. Change the Y to I and add ed, and it just sounds like denied. It's the D sound.
Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
With the
And it ends in ed. You change the Y to I and add ed, and
denied.
then it just denied. Do you remember what the word deny means?
No.
Let's see. We were trying to get into Canada, but we were denied at the border because my brother's passport had a problem with it.
Mm.
Yeah,
I have.
Right.
got
Okay. Great. Okay, here's an interesting one. What about chop?
Chop is regular. Chop.
It's regular, yes, but we do, when we're spelling it, we do something different.
Chopped.
Chopped, but we
With T.
2 P's. Yeah.
Chopped.
It's pronounced chopped with a T, but when we're spelling the past tense, because it ends in a consonant, we need 2. I don't know why. Well, because then it would look it would look like this. And it would be pronounced choked. So anytime we have a verb, let me find I forget. Let me find out the rule. I'm sorry, I don't remember it. I didn't realize we were going to why double consonant rules, double. All right. If a one-syllable word ends with 1 vowel and 1 consonant, it's called the CVC pattern. The final consonant is doubled before adding a suffix that begins with a vowel like ing or ed. So, and that's it. So chop is CHOP. So it's chopping.
Mm-hmm.
You have to double it, or chopped. Because it doesn't quite work with every single. That rule doesn't really make sense though. Because cook, the past tense is cooked. But you don't double up the K. Fuck. I didn't realize this the original lesson of the sound would go so quickly. All right. How about, just for practice, we go through a list of irregular verbs. And I'm going to use I'm just going to give the most popular ones. Whoops. I accidentally typed the past tense. So the past tense of become is became. I'm going to become an online teacher someday, or I became a trucker after my career as a house painter. So let's move on. How about bite? The past tense of bite.
Bite. don't know. Is irregular?
These are all going to be irregular verbs from now on.
I don't know.
The past tense is bit. I bit into a chicken tender and chipped my tooth. Okay. The dog bit me on the leg and I screamed like a little girl. How about bleed?
Okay.
The past tense of bleed is bled.
Okay.
The dog bit me on the leg and I bled all over my new white shoes. Here's another good one. Break. The past tense of break is broke.
Broke.
The dog bit me on the leg and I bled all over my new white shoes and I fell down and I broke my finger. I mean, this one is not common, but it's here. The past tense of breed, like my neighbor breeds huskies. The past tense of breed is bred. Did I spell that right? I did. Do you have a dog, Gustavo?
No, I don't have.
No? Did you? I don't. No, I don't have. No, I don't have a dog. Okay. Did you have a dog growing up?
Rolling up?
Growing up. When you were a child.
When I was child,
Mm-hmm.
I have never a dog.
No?
Never.
Do you like dogs?
I don't like it.
I'm a dog person.
I don't like the pets.
Interesting. I only find it interesting because I want to say, I mean, if I've got 45 students, 40 of them have pets. They have dogs or cats.
No, I don't like.
Everybody in this town, they love their dogs. Seriously. And even the street dogs, they're all fat. People take good care of them. I mean, they look.
Yeah, so I agree with that.
Yeah, they look like hell, but they're not hungry. All right. This is one you should probably know. If you don't, I mean, it's a word you should know. The last tense of the past tense of build is.
I don't know.
Do you remember?
No.
Built.
Build.
So you've got the list in front of you. Just to reinforce your memory, starting with bite. Why don't you give me sentences in the past tense of all the words we just learned, just to reinforce your memory?
Bite.
Yeah.
Bite is. What is bite?
I thought you were writing these down. The past tense of bite is bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that way. Oh, okay. I got it. In past.
Yeah, just give me a sentence using the past tense of bite. Bit.
When I was a child, a dog bite.
No, past tense.
Bit. A dog bit my hand. I don't know.
Okay. Is that why you don't like dogs?
Sorry?
Is that why you don't like dogs?
No, it's hypothetical.
I know. It's a joke. All right. Yeah, let's see. I've been bit by a dog. I've been bit by a dog a few times. It's annoying. All right. How about a sentence using the past tense of bleed?
Bled. Bled.
The past tense is bled.
Yeah. I see. Bled. The past tense is bled. Let me check what is bled because I remember. Bled, like,
Bleed, like when you cut yourself, you bleed.
yeah. That's blood. Oh, yeah. When I was child, I fall off from the stairs.
I fell down the stairs.
Fell down the stairs, and my head bled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so actually, you use the past tense of fall, fell. The past tense of fall is fell. I fell down the stairs.
Fall down the stairs.
And I mean, you wouldn't just say, and my head bled.
My head bled.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say that. You would say, I fell down the stairs and cut my head, and I mean, it's okay. I bled, and I bled all over.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, like I got punched in the nose. I got punched in the face, and my nose bled all night. All right. So this one, how about the past tense of build? Are you a builder? I mean, have you ever put something together?
Build.
Build.
Build. Well, when I was in the high school,
Yep.
we built a prototype of solar automotive.
Wow. That sounds interesting. Is that hypothetical or is that true?
That's true.
Yeah. So, what was it? You a solar powered what? Vehicle?
Yes. A vehicle, a solar vehicle. Yes.
Was it kind of like a bike or a one person, a vehicle for people?
No, it was a prototype, a small prototype of a car
Mm-hmm.
with batteries, wind solar panels,
Uh-huh.
and several electronic devices.
Sure. Did it work?
It worked. Yeah, it worked. It was a prototype, and we participated in a.
Participated.
We participated in a event. I don't know how to say, in a
Contest?
contest. Yeah.
How fast did it go?
How fast they go? No, it was slow.
Right. I mean, they're all slow, right? Unless like I love this stuff. I'm fascinated with solar panels and getting energy from the sun and the wind, especially as a boater. I lived on a sailboat in Key West, Florida for about 5 years of my life. And I lived on a sailboat out with many other sailboats, and they all had solar panels and wind generators, and they could run just about anything they wanted to. I mean, not like a space heater or but they could run refrigerators, they could run televisions, VCRs, all their lights. They got all their power from the sun and the wind. And that's kind of what I'm going to have to do eventually. I mean, I've got an engine to power my batteries, but I just feel like it's such a waste of gas when you can get free electricity from the sun. My brother, he has solar panels on his house, and everybody's complaining about the price of electricity right now, but he's not because he's got solar panels. It's just the way to go. Can you tell me why there are not more solar panels in Mexico?
Why? Sorry.
Why there are not more solar panels in Mexico? Is the sun too hot?
No, it's well. I don't know in Tehuacan, but here in Guanajuato,
Mm-hmm.
we have several uh, fields of or solar panels,
Solar farms
solar farms. Even
or wind farms.
some companies,
Mm-hmm.
some micro factories
Mm-hmm.
have uh, several panels over
Mm-hmm.
the I don't know over the yeah, over
You're talking about the top of a building, the roof.
over the building, yes, and the roof.
Yeah. The top of a building is called the roof. Yeah.
Even some houses.
Yeah, in Mexico?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's getting more and more popular in the United States.
here in Guanajuato and Jalisco,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know in Tehuacan.
No, I don't see them anywhere. Absolutely anywhere.
Maybe it's here in Guanajuato or Jalisco, the services of electricity is go down, and so several people uh, have solar
Mm-hmm.
panels.
Electricity
Mhm. Services.
service
Mhm.
is,
Is
instead of
going
saying
down.
going down, I would say getting worse.
Okay.
It's getting worse.
Okay.
So people are relying, so they're no longer relying on the electric company. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any. I've never had to pay a bill in Mexico. So
I know that is real expensive.
it's expensive in
Yeah.
Mexico?
Yeah, really.
No shit. It's really expensive in the United States too. And what's I don't know if they ever found the cause of. I think it was a converter, an electric converter. But what's amazing, like the United States is just getting so corrupt. It's just blowing my mind. It's happening day after day. I'll give you an example of something I've dealt with today. I had to change my phone plan. I have an issue. Actually, I just want to suspend it until I get home. I can't pay my bill right now. And the artificial intelligence could not answer my question. And they want to charge me $10 to speak to a real person. Can you imagine that?
Mm.
So that's what happened to me today. But what I was getting at, we're talking about electric companies and the electricity. One of the worst wildfires in California's history was started by an electric company. So they were not maintaining the lines. They were not maintaining the lines. So that means all the, these major electric wires that were running through the forest, if you will, they were not cutting back the actually, you might have been there. It might have been in your area. We're talking about wildfires in California and how one of them was caused by tree limbs too close to the wires. So now the electric company should have been trimming these branches, but they neglected to. They're trying to save money, so they stopped trimming. And it was a windstorm, and these palm trees are going back and forth, and they hit the wires, and they get set on fire. All right, destroys thousands of homes, a dozen communities, and then the electric company just raises the prices of the electricity to repair everything that they destroyed, and when it was their fault in the first place. So, yeah, I mean, I just don't know. Solar's the way to go, if you ask me, especially here. I mean, it is just, well, who knows? Who has the answer? I guess the answer is don't use too much electricity.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll do one more. All right. The past tense. This is an interesting one. We'll go through this real quick. Burn.
Burn.
Back to burn. I'm sorry. Burn. The past tense of burn is there's two. All right. You can either say burnt or burned. And I don't know. Let's find out. I don't know when to use one or the other. I was trying to think in my head, but well, burned with the D sound is more commonly used. We burned some wood. I burned my arm on the stove. But I think that the way you would use burnt most of the times if you're talking about food.
Oh, okay.
All right. The toast is burnt. The roast is burnt. Or I burnt the vegetables for tonight's dinner. Yeah, burnt is used with food. Burned is used with everything else. All right. Have you got plans do you have a 3-day weekend? Do you have Monday off?
No, I don't have plans.
But do you have Monday off?
Yeah, my Monday is off.
All right. Excellent. So is mine. So we will not be having class until Tuesday.
Okay.
And I don't really have plans. I'm actually gonna go fishing.
Oh, that's good. Sounds good.
I don't really care. I'm going with this guy I live with. He's part of the family. He's the son-in-law. And he's obsessed with fishing. So we're going to this. It's actually a very little pond somewhere in Puebla. And there's only bass and bluegills. They're just tiny little fish.
Okay. Yeah.
But he still wants to go. And so I come from the Northeast. Like I've caught a great white shark. And I've caught, huge tuna and huge 40, 50-pound fish. But he asked me to go, so I'm going to go, and I hope we have a good time. And that's my plan. And that's it. Gustavo, have a good weekend, a relaxing weekend. It would be nice to have no plans. And I'll see you Tuesday.
See you. Bye.
All right, man.